Okay, listen to me for a second. If nothing excites you anymore, not people, not plans, not even the things you used to want so badly, I need you to stop telling yourself it's depression. And depression is not cool. I don't know when it became a thing that people can flex. Because for a lot of you, it is not. It is quieter than that. And yes, that's why it is confusing. You are not lying in bed unable to function. You are showing up. You are doing what needs to be done. Life looks fine. But inside, there's no pull, no spark, no emotional gravity. And the scariest part is you can't explain why. You are not sad enough to ask for help. You are not broken enough to stop. Just disconnected enough to feel lost. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. You didn't lose interest in life. You stopped showing up in it. Not because you don't care, but because showing up used to cost you. At some point in your life, feeling deeply meant disappointment or rejection or having to regulate yourself so you didn't become too much or hoping and getting nothing back. So your system adapted, not dramatically, quietly. You learned how to stay neutral and you called it maturity. You called it strength. You called it being realistic. But neutrality isn't peace. It's containment, and when you stay content for too long, life starts to feel flat. This isn't a mindset issue. It's not that you are ungrateful or unmotivated, it's your nervous system. When your brain processes emotional intensity for too long, especially without safety, it doesn't stay open, it downshifts. Okay? Think about your phone. When you have too many apps open, it doesn't explode, it limits the performance. Same is with you. Joy didn't disappear, desire didn't vanish, excitement didn't suddenly die. They went offline, not because life isn't good, but because your system learned that feeling less meant staying in control, and control felt safer than hope. This happens to a lot of people who are self aware, emotional intelligent, responsible, people who learned early how to regulate themselves. You learned how to stay composed, how not to ask for too much, how not to expect too much. So you became calm, but calm without connection eventually feels empty. That's why intensity feels exciting now. And that's why chaos feels alive. But calm feels boring. Not because calm is boring, but because calm asks you to stay present without adrenaline. And presence feels unsafe when you have survived on stimulation. You don't miss people, you miss activation. How empty of me to be so full of everything else. And then you try to fix it. You chase motivation, new goals, new people, new routine. But forcing excitement doesn't work because pressure teaches your nervous system that joy comes with demand. And when joy feels like obligation, your system resists it. That's why just be grateful never works here. That's why productivity doesn't fix it. That's why discipline makes it worse. You don't need more motivation. You need safety. You need moments where nothing is required of you, where you are not performing, where you are not proving, where no one needs anything from you. Because excitement doesn't come back through intensity, it comes back through permission, slowly, quietly. This is the part where people rush, and that's why they stay stuck. If boredom scares you, you are still running. Boredom isn't emptiness, it's recalibration. It's your nervous system learning that it doesn't need to be on guard anymore. And this is the line I want you to remember, okay? Your brain didn't lose interest in life, it learned how to survive without you. That's not something you shame yourself for. It's something you gently undo. You don't need to become someone new. You need to stop protecting the version of you that survived by disconnecting. Healing here isn't about chasing passion, it's about coming back to the presence. And presence doesn't arrive with fireworks, it arrives quietly and stays. If this made sense to you, I made another video where I talk about why we attach fast and lose interest at the same speed, because these patterns are interconnected. They don't live on the surface, they live deeper. I will link it in the description, and if you are still listening, you are not broken. You are just learning how to feel safely again. Real growth, raw healing. I hear you and I love you.